Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mr. Play Color right here. It's been a minute guys, but I'm glad that I'm back. Yes, so today I have something special for you. Now if you've just gotten into photography and you also have just gotten into like photo editing, retouching and everything, this is a video for you. Many times we want a certain desired look, the professional kind of look, but that takes so much time and it requires a certain level of skill and experience. So in this video I'm going to share with you guys 2 plugins, and with those 2 plugins you're going to get amazing edits very fast. So the very first plugin is called Skinfiner. If you don't know about Skinfiner, worry not. I'm going to show you how it works. And then the other one is called Retouch4me. Now Retouch4me has a number of plugins in itself, but yeah, let's dive in and see how we can actually use these plugins for amazing photos. Don't go away. Alright, so here we are in Photoshop. I have a photo of a beautiful model right here. Now I did this photo shoot a while ago. In case you didn't watch it, it was about lighting series. You can go and check it out after you watch this video. Okay, so we want to change this photo from the way it's looking right now for it to look like that. Before and after. So as you can see, this is a very well done portrait. It's looking lovely, but we are just going to use these 2 plugins to make it look that way. So without further ado, let's get started. Now I'm going to delete this group so that you guys can follow through every single step, so that we can work on this together, right? Okay. So the very first thing that I usually do is make a copy. I'm making a copy, and I'm going to rename this copy blemishes. Blemishes. And what we are going to do is remove these blemishes, as you can see. But this is why I told you about the plugin. With this plugin, no hassle. You just click a button. So let's come over here to filter and come here to Retouch4me and then say heal. All right. So when you click on heal, it's going to open. And depending on how fast your computer is, it shouldn't take that long. After it's done, it's going to remove all the blemishes. Let me show you guys a bit. Do you see the white dots? Wherever you see the white dots, that's where the blemishes were, and it's removing them. So you can reduce the sensitivity. The sensitivity would tell the tool to, be more sensitive on, the blemishes, but in this case I need it to remove as much as it possibly can. So I'm increasing the sensitivity to like 100%, and then I'm going to say apply here. So when you say apply, it's going to do the magic. As you can see, the before and the after, before, after, before, after. I think it has done a good job. So the next thing I'm going to do is make another copy of this same layer, and now I'm going to name this dodge and burn. Dodge and burn. I'm naming these just so you guys can follow through. So for the dodge and burn, we are going to come over here to filter again, still under Retouch4me, and say dodge and burn. Now if you're wondering how are you going to get these plugins, just keep following, just watch till the end. I'm going to show you how. All right, so when you click on dodge and burn, what dodge and burn does, let me show you a preview. The dodge and burn will try to balance the model's skin or your the skin tone of the subject that you have you're editing. It will lift up the shadows and balance them with the highlights. So it's that kind of balance. That is what we usually do in dodge and burn. Also, it enhances, you know, the highlights and enhancing the shadows as well. But in this case, the dodge and burn for this particular scenario is for you to balance the skin tone so that you can have someone's skin looking right. Let me just zoom in a little bit for you guys to see what I'm talking about. So just take a closer look. Before, after, before, after. You can see in this area here that this tool has actually done something amazing. Before, after, before, after. All right, so I'm going to click apply, and there we go. I'm again going to make a copy of this Ctrl J on the keyboard. Now I'm going to name this Skinfiner. Right. So what we are going to do with the Skinfiner, now this is the other plugin. Again, come back to filter. Most of the time your plugins are under the filter panel. So let's come to here and say photo toolbox and then Skinfiner. Skinfiner is a product of photo toolbox, I believe so. All right, so Skinfiner. It will open up as well. Now, this Skinfiner is one of those magical tools because what it does the frequency separation for you. As you can see, yeah, it will balance the skin tones, yeah, the shades. It will basically do all the brushing for you, nothing to worry about. So if I showed you the before and after, before, after, so you can see it is doing an amazing job. If you feel the effect is too much, you can come and reduce the opacity right here. If you feel that the effect is too much, you just have to reduce the opacity. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to leave everything on 100%. Okay, I even have a preset under here called play color, but I'm not going to use that. You can make your own presets by, you know, adjusting these these dials and everything. So let's just go ahead and say okay. This is, by the way, the default look, you know. So I'm just going to say okay, and it's going to process the way you are seeing. This shouldn't take long, just a few seconds, and it's done. All right. Again, guys, if you feel it's too strong, you can always reduce the opacity. But again, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave everything at default. Okay, so you guys can see what kind of magic these tools do. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do here is still make another copy. I know we are making a lot of copies here, but yeah, it's necessary. So I'm going to name this copy Sharpen. Why? Because every time you retouch the skin or you do frequency separation, you're going to find that the skin is going to lose a bit of detail through through the balancing of skin tones and the brushing and everything. So we want to restore a bit of sharpness back into our image. So I'm going to come back here onto filter, just above here, and I'll click on other, and then I'll say high pass. Now here is where you input your radius, but so far in my experience, two is just enough of a radius. But if you want to do more, you could, you know, increase it, but then you don't want this to be too much. And remember, we are targeting the skin texture. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and enter 2 as my radius and say okay. And after that, we are going to come over here and change the blending mode. The blending mode that I found to work best is linear light. All right. And you can see that we have brought back the texture into the image. If I'm to toggle on and off sharpen, you'll see the difference. Do you see the difference? Yeah. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys to see before, after. Look at how sharp that becomes. All right. Now, the situations where you don't need the entire image to be sharpened, so you can use masks. If you know how to use masks, you just put a layer mask and then you brush into the area. But again, for the sake of this video, I'm leaving everything pretty much on default. I don't want to do too much, okay? Right, now we have one more step. We have just one more step, and that will give our picture the final blow. Yeah, but before I do that, please, if you're enjoying this video so far, I encourage you to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, please give this video a like. That means a lot to me, and it will help, you know, YouTube push this video to other people so they can enjoy it. Right, let's go back now. So the very final bit we want to do is brighten her eyes a little bit. You know, I can see especially like this left eye has a bit of brownish elements, and also this has, so we want to clean the eyes just a little bit, and I have a simple way we are going to do that. So let's first of all make a visible layer here by clicking Ctrl-Alt-Shift-E. Right, you can see we have created a visible layer. I don't know if they call it a visible layer. I think so. So I'm just going to call this color grade. Yeah, but we are going to use the same to also do the eyes, the cleaning of the eyes. So let's come back here to filter. You guys, everything is pretty much in the filters. Yeah. So let's say camera raw filter. Camera raw filter is going to open up. All right, and I'm going to zoom this in. All right, so I can clearly see what I'm doing, and then we are going to press K on the keyboard. K for on the keyboard is for the adjustment brush, but if you don't use the adjustment brush, if you don't use the K, you can just come here over to the masks. You say mask and then say brush, just like that. And then we are going to brush where you see the white part of the eye, because that's where we want to clean. All right. Don't worry about this red. That is just the mask that you are seeing. Okay. All right. Now we are going to reduce the saturation to where we think it looks okay. So I'm going to desaturate this to all the way to 70. Also, to give this eye a little bit of a spark, I'm going to reduce the temperature and take it to negative, maybe like -8. I think it looks good around there, no problem. Yes, let's see the before and after. Before, after. Wow, before, you can see, after. Subtle changes, but they make a whole big difference. And finally guys, now I'm going to, this is really dependent on your touch, but on your own, you know, yeah, what you want. But let me open here my presets. I have a number of presets here. Let's look through. There's autumn, there's general, there's black and white, there's matte green, there's muted blues. All these are my own made presets, guys. Play color muted blues, play color muted outdoor. I love this one. It's classy. Outdoor basic. Okay, and then outdoor matte, play color outdoor matte. I think you guys, I'm going to go with this one. All right, There we go. And then I think I'll just say okay. By the way, if any preset is really strong, you can always come over here and reduce it. Yeah, you can reduce the opacity, but I'll leave it on 100, and then I'll say okay. In a situation that you don't have any presets, you can create your own. You know, you can learn how to tweak them and create your own. I'll do another video on how to create your own presets, but yeah, for now, that is where we are. Let me show you guys a quick before and after so you can see. Before, after, before, after, before. And you guys, let me take you through quickly. This is what we had, all right? You can see all the blemishes. So we cleaned the blemishes, as you can see, and then we dodged and burned, all by a click of a button. Skinfiner did a really good job here actually. And then sharpen. And finally, the color grade. Ooh, look at that, you guys. It's beautiful. Let me zoom this out so you can see it properly. So that is what we have. If you want, you can go ahead and crop, but yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. So you guys, Skinfiner and Retouch4me, those are amazing plugins that I encourage each and every one of you to get yourself. When you look at these, there's Skinfiner, there's Retouch4me. Retouch4me has a number of tools under there, a number of plugins. There's clean backdrop, color match, dodge and burn, heal, mattifier, portrait volume, skin mask, skin tone, white teeth. You know, there's a lot. So I'm just going to leave links for you guys in case you want to get these for yourself. Just go ahead and tap the link. Otherwise, I'm going to end this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah.